Hi everyone, this is Margaret Manning with Boomerly. Have you ever asked yourself, what is the meaning of life? You know, you've been busy for the last 50 years, working, raising families, just taking your mind off of the really important questions. But, now that you're 50 and you're trying to decide what's next for you in your life, have you asked that question? What is the meaning of life? Well, I'd like to phrase that question, but in a little bit different way. I'd like to ask, what is the meaning of my life? And I think then that changes the lens from being a cosmic question, a spirituality, but really more to do with what is the purpose of my life? What is important to me? What am I really good at? And what is my potential? Those I think are the questions that are really the true meaning of my life questions. So in terms of what is important to me, I think that this gets down to a very simple concept that is actually quite complicated, which is that of values. And that is, what values are important to you? And, there's probably 100 words that you could use to describe things that may be important, but there's some fundamentals, there's honesty, there's integrity, there may be, love, spirituality might be important to you. There might be other charitable, giving back to the world might be important. But I think it's really important to take some time in your 50s to really examine, in terms of what is the meaning of my life, to look at what's important, what are the values, and what are the things that you don't share. That's the other side of it. What are the values that you don't look for in someone else or that you don't appreciate? Because if you are looking for friendships, meaningful friendships, and with like-minded individuals who kind of map to your value system, it's important to know what isn't something that attracts you, what is a non-negotiable. And so I think that looking at values is very important in terms of what is important. What am I truly good at? Now, this is one that is actually a little bit tricky, because you may have found yourselves in your life working in a job where you got great experience and became very good at what you did, but it may not be really what you're good at. It may not be the thing that you want to spend the rest of your life doing. And you can think of some big sort of buckets, like I'm a great communicator, I'm a very good teacher, I'm a good engineer, I'm a good programmer. You can sort of list the things that you're good at, but it's really important to know what you are capable of doing, but what really turns you on, what really makes you excited to get up in the morning. So that what are you good at goes beyond what you can do, what you're capable of doing. And I think that the final element of what is the meaning of my life is, what is my potential? And I just think we forget sometimes that we have years and years ahead of us to work this out, that as we go through the phase with children and family and work and move into the next encore time of our life, we've actually got a lot of potential to explore. And sometimes those things that you really wanted to do when you were younger come back into focus in your 50s. And you think, well, gosh, I didn't get a chance to do that. Maybe that's something that I have the potential to do. I mean, for example, if you want to start playing an instrument, if you've never played, why not start? I mean, you may have the potential to become a really great musician, and that may bring a whole new, passion to your life. So I think that's really important. So I think the question that I'm suggesting that we ask ourselves is, in our 50s, is, what is the meaning of my life? What's important? What do I value? What am I really good at? And what is my potential? I think those are really valuable questions. I'd love you to go to the article on the website and read it through, gives you a little bit more depth around these topics, and then put your comments in the section below and let us know, what is the meaning of your life in your own words. I'd really love to understand, what you think that means, not the cosmic meaning of life, but the meaning of your life. So I look forward to reading your comments and having a conversation about this, and I really appreciate your feedback, and thanks so much for being here. Take care, everyone.